because I refuse to not be first.
Do we do enough? Well, I never shut up about it.
It must have been about 16, 17. We nicked their guilt rings. Right, the bouncer's guilt ring.
This is no good for me. That's the reality. If you want the honest truth, and I see it every day.
This is Colin McGuigan for IFL TV, proudly sponsored by Everlast. Delighted to be joined by an Irishman in John Ryder. I referred to you as English in Guadalajara. You took offence.
Oh, I'm half. Do you know what I mean? It's I like to keep both sides of the coin happy.
Give us your best Northern Irish impression before we start, because you've been doing it all night.
I thought Journal was going to be fucked.
That was perfect, John. We're a few weeks out since we last spoke in Guadalajara. How's it been since that moment that you left Guadalajara and it all started to head home? That you were defeated by Canelo, but you gave a great showing out there.
Yeah, no, I think straight after the final bell, the initial reaction was fantastic. The Mexicans made me feel at home throughout fight week, in the build-up and even after the fight. So can't thank them enough. It was a great, humbling experience. Obviously, the fight didn't go the way I wanted it to. I do feel like the nose played a big part in it, but it's one of those things. I mean, I've gone in there against one of the world's best pound for pound. I can't short, but listen, like I say, I feel the nose played a part, but it is what it is. I've gone in there and I've come away. I still feel like a winner. I feel like he won the fight, but I kind of won the night. I've come away with a ton of new fans here in Dublin this weekend, trying to make some more and just keep progressing the right way.
In terms of yourself, the aftermath of this, you just chilling out, going on holiday with the family, and then get back and regroup and see what's next?
Yeah, I think Eddie did mention Golovkin straight after the fight, but listen, there's other big fights in the 168 division. Obviously, I'm a fan first and foremost of Golovkin. He's a true warrior. Maybe me and Nick would do it in Mexico, proper Mexican style fight, sorry. And who knows?
In terms of these other names at 168, who do you like out there? Would you fight someone like Benavidez and see what he's got in this division?
Yeah, I like the Benavidez plan. I mean, I want to stay at the level I've been operating at. I don't want to be dropping down and having silly little 6 and 8 rounders. 34 years of age now. I need to strike while the iron's hot. I've been operating at this level now for some years, and I want to stay there. I don't want to be dropping down. So I'll sit down with Tony, Charlie, and Eddie and see where we can go. But he's the one that mentioned Golovkin and other names like Plant, Benavidez. So let's see what he comes up with.
Is that belt still your goal? You want to get a belt before you hang the gloves up? Is that something that motivates you? Yeah,
of course. I mean, desperate to be world champion, but obviously they're tied up at the moment. I know he's going to have more mandatory challengers, and obviously he wants to put it to bed with Bivol, so they're going to be tied up. But other than that, I just want to make the biggest and best fights for me and look back on my career and say I fought the who's who of the 168 division.
If Canelo moved up, fought Bivol, there's a possibility that the belts would become vacated. You've put yourself in a great position. Maybe fight someone like Benavidez, Plant, Golovkin. Would you love to do this in England? Would you love to do this at the Emirates? I feel like you deserve something like that.
Oh, it'd be wonderful to do it at the Emirates. I mean, listen, Katie's having a homecoming tonight in Dublin. It's not one of the big stadiums like we all thought, so and she's the queen. Do you know what I mean? But no, listen, I'll take it where it comes. I've been in the away corner the last 3 fights, 2 of which have been in London, but it's I like the underdog mentality, so I'll go wherever the fights take me.
Maisie Rose, your stablemate, good win tonight. What did you make of her performance in there? She was in against a tough, gritty opponent, right?
Yeah, I think she's had it tough so far. She's not been matched easy. She's got some good rounds under her belt. She's learning, she's listening, and she's progressing all the time. So, listen, I think women's boxing, it seems to be rushed at the moment, and people are fighting for world titles after their 4th and 5th fight, and that was her 3rd there tonight in 6 months. So she's progressing well. End of the year, she might get like a British title or something, but listen, she remains undefeated. She's had good fights up and down the country now, even in Ireland. So yeah, gaining experience all the time, and she's on the right road.
In terms of another stablemate of yours, this is my last one. Benn and Brook had a bit of back and forth there ringside. I don't know if you were present for that, but what did you make of it?
I didn't see it. Was it a bit of pushing and pulling like the old Frotch stuff? I haven't seen it. Listen, they're both out in the dark at the moment. I don't know what's happening next for them, and listen, it makes sense, doesn't it?
Do you like that fight? How do you think it goes?
Listen, I know both really well. Benn's obviously my friend, but I've been around Kel for years now on shows and been in camp with him sparring. So listen, it's hard. One's at the end of his career, one's nearing his prime. It boosts one, it lowers the other. Do you know what I mean? But listen, if it makes money, it makes sense, doesn't it? And I'm sure they both want it. So may the best man win.
John, thank you very much for your time. Really appreciate it, mate. Good luck.
Because I refuse to not be first.
Do we do enough? Well, I never shut up about it.
It must have been about 16, 17. We nicked their guilt rings. Right, the bouncer's guilt ring.
This is no good for me. That's the reality. If you want the honest truth, and I see it every day,